Hi, beautiful. This beautiful too. How are you doing today? You look really nice, just by the way, and I like your butt. Your butt's looking really great today. Today, I enjoyed my video with War the fish so much, I thought I would do a cat feature. And I will do it for all three because they're my babies, and I'll tell you about them. And as you can see, Monty is first. And he is being impressed right now. He is a very grumpy cat. So maybe I'll just focus on me. Sorry for the weird lighting. He's very cute though. Show them your face. This cat was meant to be ours. Like, I've never had something go so smoothly ever. So the story behind Monty is Bear and I like to go to the SPCA just to pet some animals, you know. It's nice. It's nice to see some animals. It's like when you find one you really like and then you go back and it's not there anymore. It's like, oh, it was adopted, but also like, oh, I wanted him or her. But Monty, we went to the SPCA and we're just looking, you know, we went into the room Monty was in. And there were a whole bunch of cats in there. And they were all like, look at me, look at me. And then James was like, babe. And I was like, what? And he's like, right up, like in this tippy top corner, like, come look at this. And I had to like climb up things to be able to see. And there was Monty. He came with the name Monty, by the way. So we were like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Like, I swear, I saw hearts when he and James looked at each other. There were like little anime hearts coming out. So, you know, we were trying to get a hold of our land agent. Oh, here comes another cat. And we couldn't. So we literally stayed until adoptions closed because no one was taking this cat. And we managed to, this is really bad, but as we're still renting, we, that's him watching another cat, that's watching Husky. So we may have lied. We asked if the nurse could call our landlord. And she was like, yeah, cool. So we had briefed a flatmate we had at the time, who's also like Bear's best friend. And he is like one of those voices that is very like mature. And he's works on phone. He's like always worked on phones, so he's a really good phone voice. And they called, and he like was like, hello, and like said, Doug here from the land agency that ran our rentals. And that was all good. So our fib worked, and we got to take Monty home, and they were like, he's going to be really shy to begin with. I should also note, James and I had only been together for like a month and a half at this point. Really shy and stuff. But no, he was not. Literally, we got him home. We got him out of the carrier. We walked home with him. Got him out of the carrier. And he was just like, oh, do I live here now? And like, just flopped on the ground like, oh yeah. Like, you're my people. And the more we got to know him, we're glad we're his people. Because if he went to like a family with kids and stuff, I don't think they would have enjoyed him very much. So Monty here is, I don't know, 13-ish. We got him when he was 6. We don't know much. We don't know anything about what his life was like before us. But we think he may have been like an elderly person's pet. He He's very set in his ways, and he's like obsessed with yarn and knitting needles. He won't play with regular cat toys. He was also incredibly overweight when we got him, and he's just recently lost maybe like a third of his weight, which is really good. We're so proud of him, and he's like so much more active, but he is a grump to the max. He's also very talkative, and he'll tell you if you're annoying him. But he is also such a goober. Like, look at him. Look at him. He's just so handsome. Hey, you're handsome. He's normally a talker. I'm surprised he's not talking. He must be very sleepy. So he was the first cat. Now, I have another cat called Oscar, and I've had her since she was like 6 weeks old, so very little. She's very young. And at this point, Bear and I weren't living together, so Oscar hadn't moved in yet, so Monty was like the only cat in the village. And then I moved Oscar in before I even officially moved in myself, but they've always had a very, like, they don't like each other. They tolerate each other. All our cats tolerate each other. But Monty is probably the most mellow. He doesn't really give many F's about a lot. If I tried to move him now, he'd be very grumpy. He hates being groomed. He hates getting his treatments and stuff. He hates being groomed, which is so frustrating because, look, he's a long-haired cat. And now it's getting warmer. We need to, like, focus on brushing him more, but he hates it. He's not really a cat you can, like, pick up and cuddle and stuff. Everything has to be on his own terms, which is fine. We're happy. He doesn't really do laps. He'll sit, like, close to you, though. If he wants a cuddle, he'll sit close. He's an odd one. He's terrified of the rubbish trucks. We don't know why. Terrified. But power tools are fine. He's not scared of the sound of power tools. He's only just started liking strangers. He loves scratches around his face. He also loves belly scratches, which none of our other cats like. And, like, he's a belly scratch. And you can just kind of flop him over to scratch his belly. Yeah. Okay, he's resisting. He's just wanting to do everything I don't want him to do right now, which I guess cat-like, right? He's considered a domestic long-haired tabby. We want to get his bloods done because we want to know, or like his DNA, because we think he might have like some forest cat in him, just with the size, the tufts under his feet. We don't think it's a Maine Coon because he doesn't really have a square snout, and we. Sorry. Did you hear that? That's him, very vocal. Can I get that goop? Okay. No more touching him, obviously. He's had enough. What else is about you, Moo? He looks very much like a cat that Bear grew up with. Every time his dad comes to visit, he always takes photos of Monty. I think Monty's his favourite grandchild. He has human grandchildren, but we think Monty's his favourite grandchild. He always asks after Monty. Monty also doesn't do proper running. He just gets like low to the ground and he'll like scuttle. What else is there about Monty? Yeah, grumpy. He has lost a lot of weight, which is awesome. He is the least likely to lash out. He's not the most mellow, though. Husky's the most mellow in, like, sort of picking him up fashion. He is the least fighty. He is actually one of the best hunters, which has been funny because he used to be incredibly overweight. He's not really a cat that likes to play. He'll, like, bat some yarn, or, like, if we wiggle a, like, knitting needle in front of him, he'll, like, bat that around. Sorry, my nose is really itchy today. And, yeah, he's not very graceful at all. I'm watching him right now. He's trying to jump out the window, and he has to do, like, little hops to jump because he's not very graceful. Sometimes he'll try to take running leaps on things, and he just won't get the height or whatever, and he's always goes, like, he's thinking, I was meant to do that. Like, nah, I was meant to do that. It's so funny, especially since our bed is on risers, and they take these, like, a rotation of them sleeping on the bed, and he's always, like, bailing, like, trying to get up. It's really funny. He fascinates War the most. They don't care about the fish, but the fish, like War especially, he loves watching the cats, which is quite funny. He'll, like, follow them, like, he'll watch them come in because he can see the window, and then he can see into this area here that I'm in. And he'll, like, swim around the tank when he's seen one, and he'll get, like, kind of, looks like he gets disappointed if they aren't in his vision, like, where they eat and stuff, he can't see, and he'll, like, swim over to watch them again, and they don't come back, and he's like, But Monty is the one he finds most fascinating. I wonder if that's just because of the colouring, because Oscar's very dark, and Husky is white. So, yeah. What else to say about Monty? He has a missing front tooth, which is very cute because it's on the bottom, and his little upper lip will get stuck in it, and he'll look like a bit like Elvis, like, oh. Come on, Buzz. Hi. He loves to, like, rub up against you. Come here. Who's that? Moo. He has many a nickname. His most common one is Moo, or Moo Moo, or Moo Ma, along the, like, moo lines. What else do we call him? Hef. I call him Heffalump. Now, he's curious. He likes to get, considering the size of him, he can get himself into some little places. He's going to take my seat on the couch. Hey, Monty. Hey. Oh, just tripped over. You know, he doesn't like to make things easy. Hey, Monty Moo. What else do we call you? He's quite good at the face smacking with the tail. We tell everyone his name is Montgomery. Montgomery. He's a very loud purrer. We say he's like a wealthy old man. That's like how we see him, as a wealthy old man who is just always angry, like, all the money in the world but has no friends kind of thing, which is kind of sad. He is very pretty, and he does this weird kneading thing. I think he might be doing it now. No, he got camera shy. Sometimes he'll do this weird kneading thing that ends into this weird humping thing. Oh, you're looking so beautiful. You're looking so beautiful. He's very affectionate when he wants to be. Eh? Yeah. How are you? How are you? Gotta get his scent everywhere. Oh. I don't know what else to say about him because he's just Monty. He hates kids. He's not, well, it's more he's not really had any interaction with children. What else is there about a Monty? Hmm? He is so sweet. And he's so goofy. And he's so, like, skittish when he wants to be. Like, we have all these, shelves that run around our, like, living room area. You can see. That's so the cats can get up and around. He's terrified. He's terrified of them. He likes to be close to the ground. And then you see Oscar doing sprints along them. It's quite funny. Oh. He knows something's going on. Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah, that's a nice piece of blanket. He loves pink. For some reason, both our male cats love the colour pink. If there's like, say there's like a nice, lovely, not pink blanket on the sofa, and then we like chuck a little, like in a ball, like, and it's small, they'll sleep on that very small little bit of pink over anything else. What else? He does this weird thing, like back foot needs, and he like crunches himself up. He likes to do it by your head, like at bedtime, he'll do it by your head. If you touched him right now, he'd be most upset. It would do him a massive disgruntle. I don't know, he's just so funny. We don't know why he does it. You know, he was fixed and everything when we got him, so yeah, that's our Moo. He's fabulous and strange, just like everyone in this house, I guess. He's purring so loudly, it's distracting. Hey, what are you doing, Montgomery? What are you doing, Montgomery? So, yes, this is Monty Moo, our sweet middle child. Currently giving himself a good humpy kneed thing that he enjoys doing. I'm gonna be really hacked off because I like to sit in the corner of the sofa, and that's where he is right now. Yes, I don't know. I don't know what else to tell you. He's just who he is, you know. He's hard to describe. He's so cute and funny and like passive. Like passive resistance is his thing. If he decides to sit on your lap and you need to move and you're trying to move to make it his idea to move, he won't. He won't. And when he was much heavier, it was awful because like your legs would start going numb after 2 seconds. He's like James and I's baby, but I feel like he loves James more than me, and that's okay. I don't mind. I don't know, like, if our fibbing didn't work and we didn't get to bring this cat home, I don't know if, like, our relationship would even be like what it is, because he was introduced so early in. He's like the mascot of our relationship. Oh, yes, you are. I can see you giving me the side eye. Eh? Right? Oh, denied. Yeah, so this Monty, he's my baby boy. Well, he's one of them. He is the middle child. He is amazing. He is so funny. He brings me so much joy. He cracks me up. Like, so funny. I wish he was talking at the moment. Every morning I'd be like, good morning. And he'd be like, meow. I'd be like, how was your night? Meow. Oh, okay, Monty. Hey, Monty. Hey, Monty. He can be affectionate one minute and not want anything to do with you the next, just as you have witnessed now. He and Husky are frenemies, I think. I think it's more Husky wants to be his friend, and he's like, oh, I don't really want to be friends with that guy, to be honest. He's kind of annoying. And he's not lying. Husky can be annoying as heck. And his favourite meal is breakfast. He loves his breakfast. Don't ya? Don't ya? But he hates his dental biscuits because he doesn't like chewing on things. He's a really lazy eater. Now that they've been moved to like a wet food diet, he's so much happier because he doesn't really have to make as much effort eating. But it also made him the skinny mini he is right now. Hey. Oh, look. He also has a sassy leg. Always one of his legs sticking out sassily. And I'm like, sassy leg. And James gets really annoyed because every time I see an animal and its little leg is sticking out, I'm like, sassy leg. And he thinks it's quite embarrassing. But he knew me for a long time before we started a relationship together. So it's really, whose fault is it? Okay. I am now just rambling, because my pets are like my favourite subject to talk about. We also just added a few new fish into our main aquarium. So if you'd like to see that and meet all those fish, let me know, because they're like, we thought it was an active aquarium until we added these guys in, and all the fish are so happy. Like, it's really cool to like know that you're doing the best to give like the best habitat to these animals. And it weirds me out that, you know, people we keep animals as pets, but we do. And I've very much enjoyed creating homes for my animals and trying to do the best that we can, considering, you know, we live paycheck to paycheck type thing. Our animals come first at all times. We're teaching our cats to be comfortable in just a car without a carrier, because we live in Wellington and we get really bad earthquakes. We have like water all around us. There's only one road in and out of Wellington, and we're always like prepared because natural disasters happen, you know. And since we've gotten fish as well, we're really stressed out about what we would do in a natural disaster about our fish, because they're our kids as much as our cats are, you know, like, especially the singles, like War is like so funny. We have like 2 Mollies that are like hilarious. All our coolie loaches are really funny. Like, they all have such personalities. We would not want to leave them in a natural disaster state. Maybe we need to get a generator or something, because if our power fails, there's a lot of little lives on the line. So, yeah, that just turned into my paranoia about owning fish in natural disasters. I'm such a strange human. Anyway, that's it, Monty. I will introduce you to my other cats at some other point, and then, like, I don't know, do you want to meet all the lot of fish? We've got a fair few that I can introduce you to, and 2 tanks that are currently cycling for more single tank fish. We live in the smallest house in the world, like, well, no, it's not a mini house or anything, it's just very small. We don't have a lot of floor room, and we somehow have a ton of fish tanks. But I guess when you love something, you make it work, right? Right? Appease my decisions in life. Okay, sorry, I've been rambling. You look great. Never forget that I love you. And that is it. Goodbye.